Greetings, Sangha. Greetings to you, warm greetings to you, wherever you are in the world, joining us in this moment in time for us to practice together. So today we will join together to practice and delve into the fifth of the five contemplations, which have to do with all that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will change, will become otherwise, will become separated from me. And so much to say, more that I will say, of course, during the Dharmet afterwards. But one thing I wanted to bring in before we sit together about this reflection is that these reflections feel poignant at any time, but especially during this time. These reflections, especially this last one today, as I am in the Bay Area in California, in Mountain View, where I'm not very far away personally, and hundreds and thousands of people have had to evacuate due to the fires, people that I know. So this last reflection about that, all that I know and hold beloved and dear, and it is both in terms of people and possessions. I mean, there's so many implications of this last one. It's both when we die and pass, we can't take it with us. Of course we can't take it with us. And yet this, right now with the poignancy of the moment, as there's smoke in the air again this morning, the sky is orange with the haze, and really holding in my heart all who have left their homes, not knowing if they'll come back to their home, their place of safety. All that is mine and dear, all the possessions, I'll be separated from them. So it feels even more poignant in so many ways. So similar to the previous days, we will begin our meditation together by settling in the body, settling in the breath, tilling the soil with stability of the mind. And then we will drop in the reflections, all five of them, one by one. And just to say, I'll say more about this at the end, but the order of the fourth and the fifth, so some in the suttas, the fifth one is the fourth one, and there's some reasons to do it one way or the other. So I'll talk more about it, but I just wanted to bring this so that if you see different order, different places, at least it's been brought into the space. And if you're interested, we can talk more about it. Both in the community meeting, by the way, there's a community meeting today. I'll make that announcement now after our sit and Dharmet. And I already posted the link and the password on the chat. And it's also on the IMC calendar. So if you'd like to join for that, it would be wonderful to have a conversation, a discussion about these five reflections. I very much look forward to that. So I'd like to invite you to get into your meditation posture. You may need to sit up more straight to have more sense of wakefulness, integrity in your body in this moment. Or maybe you need to relax, soften. Deciding for yourself what is the level of right effort in terms of your body right now. The level of wise energy. And arriving this moment, fully arriving in this body. Settling in, landing, and offering up in this moment, offering up all the thoughts, plans, all the busyness of the mind that has come before this moment. For the purpose of taking refuge in this moment, for the purpose of taking refuge for your own sake and others' sake in this moment in time, offering up the thoughts, plans, memories, trusting they will be there and you'll come back to them. You're not forgetting them, forsaking them, but in this moment, right here, right now, in this body. Relaxing into the body. Inviting the body to be as soft, as relaxed as possible while having an integrity in your posture. The bones, the structure can support you. And the soft tissue can relax. The more relaxed, the more receptive. The less tight the body, the muscles are, the more settled the body is. The more settled the mind is invited to become. A tight body supports a tight mind. So notice if there's any tightness in the body, softening, relaxing. Softening and relaxing your feet, your legs, your sit bones, your abdomen, your chest. Your neck, shoulders, arms, hands, your face, your jaw, your eyes. Letting your relaxed, soft body receive the breath. Receive the breath. As if a beloved guest visiting, life-giving every moment, receiving. simply, very simply, being aware that this body is sitting soft, open, relaxed, and it's breathing, it's receiving the breath. Now, I would like to invite us all to drop in the 5 reflections one by one. And again, we drop them in as if pebbles into a calm pond, dropping them into the body, not to think about them, but just dropping them in and noticing the reverberation in our body, in our hearts, not to ruminate, but to let ourselves be affected. The first one, I am of the nature to age. I have not gone beyond aging. I am of the nature to sicken. I have not gone beyond sickness, just like everyone. I am of nature to sicken. I have not gone beyond sickness. Just like everyone, I am of the nature to die. I have not gone beyond death. Just like everyone, I am of the nature to die. I have not gone beyond death. Just like everyone, I am subjected to the results of my own actions. I am the heir to my own actions and not free from their karmic results. And the fifth one, which we will specially let land and sit with today in particular to explore more fully. All that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will change, will become otherwise, will become separated from me, or simply, I will be, I must be separated and parted from all that is dear and beloved to me. I will be parted. I will be separated from all that is dear and beloved to me. If you find that rumination is happening, thinking about these reflections, let it go. Let the thinking, the proliferation go. Coming back to a soft, relaxed body. Simply receiving the breath to settle, calm down, to arrive again and again. And when there is more landing, spaciousness, availability, then I invite you to drop in the last reflection again. All that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will change, will become otherwise, will become separated from me. Or just like everyone else, I will be separated and parted from all that is dear and beloved to me. For the last moments of this practice period, I invite us all to hold ourselves with kindness, with appreciation, whatever arose or did not arise during this practice period. Without attachment to outcome, appreciating the intention and the wise effort. That we are intending to face, be with, wake up to our humanity and the conditions of being human, the impermanence, the law, the truth of impermanence. And may our opening up to this truth of impermanence, the way things are, that all things will change, all things will change. All that is beloved and dear to me will become separate. I will become separated and parted. The truth of impermanence as we live with it without conflict, as we open up to it with acceptance and grace. May it open our heart to compassion. May it open our hearts and minds to wisdom. Wisdom and compassion, both for our own lives and to support and serve all beings who just like me, are subjected to all these conditions. May all beings have ease and freedom in their hearts and minds. May all beings be free. Thank you all for joining for these 5 reflections this week. So I'd like to say a few words about the last reflection especially. So there are different intentions, it is said, for the different reflections. For the this last one in specifically, the intention is to have a sense of non-attachment to things, to all that is pleasing and dear to me, to know that it will be separated, to encourage a non-attachment, a letting go, a freedom, a generosity of the heart, to be with, to appreciate, to enjoy, to love both people and things, appreciate them, enjoy them, but not have a sense of clinging or grasping, to know that it's a part of life. So, the striker, I can cling to it. Like, oh, I never want to be separated from the striker or the spell. Oh, but to know that, yes, I'm a traveler. It doesn't really belong to me in a way. I'm just using it for now. We will become separated. A line from a song by Dido comes to mind, and I love this for my own reflection. The song by her is called My Life is for Rent, I think is the name of this. And the line is, as my life is for rent, nothing I have is truly mine. Nothing I have is truly mine. And the beauty, the artistic elegance of the way she sings it and say it, deep reflection, nothing you have is truly yours. You're a traveler in this world. You're using everything. I'm wearing this shawl for a little while and just coming through. Hello, goodbye. Of course, we'll become separated with all that we have, and we hold dear and we love, not just for possessions, but also for people that we love. They're not ours to grab onto and hold. Of course, they have their own autonomy. That's the other thing, to grant everyone their own autonomy as we love them and as we interact, as our lives connect with them, and to know that there might be a time, as the law of impermanence is, that there will be a separation. And living, really opening up to these truths, to the truth of impermanence. At first, it can bring grief. So there are levels. So as you're doing these reflections, there could be at first a sense of overwhelm, grief. So what I would suggest is you titrate your practice with, especially the last, with all of them actually, so that the level of reflection you let in, the sense, the emotions that arise, you can then sit with them, breathe with them, digest them, and then at a later time, when it's appropriate, sit with, drop in the reflection, open up to more. These reflections, be gentle with yourself. Please have a lot of metta and wisdom as you're doing these reflections. They're not supposed to be like a hammer that you hit yourself with. Be more gentle. The more gentle you are, the more you can actually open up to and digest more and more and more. If you open up too much and you try to take in too much, forcing yourself to, I need to make pace with all, impermanence, right? You might start to feel conflictual about the practice. So titrate, open up little by little by little. But steadiness, hang in with these, steadiness. And as challenges, as emotions arise, as grief arises, know that that is a part of this practice. You're not doing it wrong. Different levels of grief can come up, and titrate, hold them in, and make peace with, because this is the truth. This is the truth of how we are. And if we can live in this way, we can actually love more fully. We can live more fully. We can enjoy our lives more fully, people we care about more fully. There can be a freedom in the heart without this fear, this constant angst. So this is where the freedom comes. It's not about becoming aloof and not enjoying and not loving and not appreciating. It's not about that at all. It's not about losing your your love, your loves and passions. But it's about not clinging, not having this tightness of the heart, but living in harmony with the truth of how things are. And I invite us to discuss all these during the community meeting later today. There's one more thing I wanted to say is in terms regarding the order that I mentioned earlier. So in the sutta where this teaching is mentioned, various places, but one place where it's mentioned, it's the Upajjhatthana Sutta. And there, excuse me, and there, if you look, the order is actually, you have the first three, aging, sickness, and death, which, as I mentioned, they correspond to the first three of the heavenly messengers. I was missing the word, heavenly messengers. And then you will see that the fourth and the fifth, so the one that we did today, you'll see as number 4, which and then the one having to do with karma being number 5. So in many ways that makes perhaps even more sense. And let me explain actually, so it's a reversal. So and you're welcome to do it either way. So doing the reflection with old age, sickness, and death. So death, and then doing the reflection of everything that's pleasing and beloved will become separated from me. So it seems like a step from death. And of course, when I die, everything I cannot take it with me. That's another thing. I can't take it with me. So it seems like an easier mental step. And then with the last one, the karma, that I'm impacted. I'm the heir to all my actions. So which makes sense. So so I invite you to practice that way too. And actually, I might do it that way myself. The idea here is sometimes this is saved for last in order to kind of build up to it a little bit in the contemplations, because sometimes this is the one that impacts people much more than the other 4. It seems much more impactful or profound, the idea of people and things that we love to become separated from them. So that's the reason why sometimes it's taught at the end or saved at the end. But then again, these are all reflections. It's whatever works. So I also share with you this, as I was reflecting on this and wanted to share this with you about the order, I was reminded that similarly, say the metta phrases, many teachers, mostly in the West, they teach with may I be happy first. May I be happy, may I be healthy, then may I be safe. May I be safe is usually the third one, and then may I have ease. But then the more canonical order is may I be safe. That's the first one. And then may I be happy and healthy and have ease. And having practiced it both ways, I love the different order, but then when I practiced it really deeply after a long time, I realized actually for me, having safety first, the canonical order really made more sense, because you need to have safety before you feel happy and healthy and safe. So with this one, I'll just share with you, maybe the next time I teach, maybe I'll try doing it as number 4, the canonical order, to see how that lands for people. But basically, all these teachings are skillful means. Whatever works for you, and individuals, different orders might work better for you. But just wanted to bring that in terms of the canonical order. And one last thing I want to say before stopping is to say that the idea of the first one, I have not gone beyond aging, is to overcome the conceit of youth, of energy, vitality. The second one, with sickness, also the conceit of good health, feeling invincible. And the third one, of course, being alive, the feeling of I'll never die, invincibility. And the fourth one has to do, is supposed to weaken or overcome responsibility. So really feel the sense of empowerment and our responsibility for our acts, speech, thoughts, and physical acts in the world. And this last one, as I mentioned, is to weaken and overcome attachment, lust for materiality, and there's so much more to say about it, but also to give our hearts a sense of generosity, to not attach. So there's more to discuss, and I really look forward to our community meeting to have a lively discussion about these, how they've impacted you, and really sharing the community wisdom. So just wanted to say it's been a great honor and pleasure for me to join you this past week and support the Sangha and share these teachings that are very close to my heart. And I really hope that they have been of service. That is my primary hope and wish, that these teachings have been of service to you and all beings whose lives you touch. So thank you so much for your kind attention and your presence and participation in your heart this past week. And yes, till later. Maybe come visit us. The evening time happy hour is every day during the pandemic. So we would love to see you during happy hour at 6 p.m. California time on Zoom and on YouTube, but primarily Zoom, where we cultivate metta and compassion and gratitude and all the heart qualities. So maybe we'll see some of you at 6 p.m. California time on Zoom during happy hour. Okay, take good care. Be well. And we'll take a 1-minute bio break, and then I'll open the community meeting. All right, take good care.